Hi Crafty friend, it's me, Justine. I'll explain the weird start to this video in just a little bit, but excuse the excessive tapping and angry craft hands that I have at the beginning. But I am using the BetterPress Club of the month. This month it is so cute. It is a little car, but you can make non-traditional Christmas cards or just not even Christmas cards. This one's a thank you. It's called Christmas Haul, but this car could be for anything, and the best way to transform it is to add a different sentiment, like this little trio here on the bottom. You can see that is the bonus items that come with the caboodle, but I made a happy birthday card that was a little over the top with all of those stamps. I kind of went crazy on that one, but I also have a thank you card there. I'm going to make or finish off this Christmas one with a wobbler, and then we're going to travel back in time, if you will, and fix up what was supposed to be this video because my camera did not work for making the pink one. So I decided let's make this one that I'm holding right now over again and switch it up. Look how fun that wobbler is. I am obsessed with these wobblers. I got 100 pack of them on Amazon and I've been making them all the time. So that card with the BetterPress plate Christmas haul, I glimmered with some red glimmer there, but instead of glimmering this one, I'm going to press it. So I'm going to get my BetterPress set up and let's get to pressing. So anytime I BetterPress, I like to use, well, if I'm just pressing and not watercoloring, I like to use the regular BetterPress paper and use my craft tape, just tape it down. As long as the BetterPress plate won't touch the tape, it'll all be fine. And the car fits perfectly in the center of my card, so do not mind the the reflection there. I have some crazy hair, but whatever. I'm using some strawberry on the car and some hindsight here. I probably should have wiped off the excess. I ended up having some overpressing happening, but not to worry. I'm going to cut out this car anyway, so no big deal. We'll just run it through my Platinum Daddy. I have the 8.5 inch. Look how cute that is. That pressed perfectly with the registration plate. It is super helpful to use that because it has the tires that fit on the car. So I'll just pop those on to the little green area and grab some, I think I used Thunder on the tires. I didn't want to use black just to kind of keep it a little lighter, and that Thunder is a really nice dark gray. Or maybe I did use black. That looks black to me. Nope, Thunder. Huh. Anyway, just to be safe, I am just going to wipe off the excess there with a little craft rag. All right, make sure they're nice in place and run it through again. Just like that. It is super easy to use the BetterPress, so if you have not used the BetterPress yet and you want more inspiration, make sure to check out the Facebook group that Melanie Smith and I run together called the BetterPress Babes. And I also have a whole playlist on my channel of lots of BetterPress cards, so be sure to check those out if you are interested. I will have that listed in the description of this video. And then with the scene here that I am building, I am going to just die cut out the tree and the sentiment after. So I'm just playing around with placement placement for my tree and my sentiment. I'm just putting those on the top because I don't want to waste any of my BetterPress paper, and since I'm cutting everything out anyway, it does not matter if it's the same paper. So I used leaf and mulberry for the tree and the sentiment. And so my first car had delivering cheer, so I'm going to use the other one that says Merry Christmas. Now the first time I used these, I thought, oh, that tree looks a little chunky on the edge. And I thought that looks a little odd. But when you die cut it, it cuts out perfectly. So it's one of those trust the process moments, you know. So I'll just remove that, and I think I did film cutting out the car. I wanted to show you that even if there isn't a die for a product, you can always cut it out. And my favorite way to fussy cut things out is to use the spring-loaded scissors that I'm using right here. Those are the Fiskars ones. I just cut those out of the way just to kind of not have too much in the way. There you go, cutting out the car. Just kidding. We're gonna go nice and close. I like to leave a little bit of a white edge on things like this because the side mirrors on the car are super, super skinny there. There's no way I could ever cut that out by hand. And if you have any mobility issues and think to yourself, there's no way I could not cut that out without a die cutting machine, do not worry. You could also grab the Brother Scan and Cut. If you have that, you can scan that. It scans the picture and then it has a little blade and it will cut it out for you. So that's an option as well. I have not actually used my Scan and Cut with the BetterPress yet. I'm sure that you could. Honestly, I just am not really using my Scan and Cut too much these days because I can cut it so quickly, but you know, it's an option. All right, I'm gonna pull out my little Scout. I have the lilac one, and it's been wonderful having this in my craft room. I think it's been like 2 months now that I've had it, and I've used it a ton. You can see my cutting plates are well loved, to say the least. So I'll just die cut out my sentiment and the tree, just place it around and just add a little bit of tape so everything's nice and secure. And same with the sentiment. And I just kind of center it a little bit. It's not too precise because it will cut out and have some ink on the edges there. So as long as it's all good, I mean, kind of centered, it should be fine. All right, look how easy that was just to press out. Easy as can be. So there's the sentiment and the tree. And then you can see here, look, the ink's on the edge. I cut it out and it actually looks really seamless. So I like that the tree and the sentiment don't have that white edge like the car because it looks a little more unified in my opinion. But the tree fits perfectly in the back of the car. So you can add it if you want to make like a holiday card. But, you know, you can also do a birthday and a thank you. Or I think the other one was hello. So you can kind of go a little different, which is always fun to use your supplies in different ways. For the ice skating die, that is the small die of the month, I chose to go a Christmas version of that card. But then I also went a sporty version and used my game day collection that I came out with Spellbinders and did kind of like a sporty card with that. So that's always an option as well. So don't be afraid to kind of get funky with your supplies and kind of shop your stash. I know Melanie always says raid your stash, which I love that sentiment. These little wobblers are super fun to add onto projects. This one seemed to not wobble as much. I think it's because I put the wobbler vertically instead of horizontally. So my glimmer one that I have over on the top corner there wobbles a lot more. So I think that'll be just something that I will keep in mind for more wobble cards. Like I said, I have 100 of them. I use them on a whole bunch of whale cards that I made with the Pajama Crafters release. And then I also used it on a whale card that I made with Vicky P's collection, the Tunnel Clouds, and made a really fun Under the Sea card. So now I'm adding some snow to the card. Now if you, like me, and experience snow every winter, as a Minnesotan, I know about snow on cars, and it's not just in cute little places. It's kind of just everywhere. It's everywhere. It sounds so dramatic, but it's so true. The snow gets everywhere. Every little nook and cranny on a vehicle, there's going to be snow, there's going to be ice, and it's just covered covered in the Arctic tundras, you know? So I chose to die cut out extra snow, and I put it all on the car and the tree. I didn't put any on the ground like the example cards, but you certainly could. And then I ended up going in with some Nuvo drops. I used the one that was called Blizzard. It is kind of a green and clear kind of glitter. It is super pretty on the snow, and it is kind of a 3D effect. So not only will the recipient of this card be able to play with the card that wobbles, but you can also feel the BetterPress plate that pressed into the paper, and also feel the fun, I'm going to add it to this one too, the fun 3D effect that this has on the snow. So all in all, a very fun and interactive Christmas card. And the wobblers do lay flat, so when you put it in the envelope, everything is nice and flat. So anytime I use Nuvo drops, I want to make sure that those dry completely. So I'll just set those off to the side and then show you a little wobble. I couldn't help myself, but I had to use a little self-control and tell myself, just wait till it dries before you wreck something, you know? Anyway, those are the 4 cards I have for you today. Let me know your favorite in the comments. Is it the Glimmer Christmas one? Is it the BetterPress Christmas? Is it the pink thank you? Is it the kind of rugged birthday boy card? Let me know. By the way, the stamps I used with the happy birthday were from LDRS, and I will probably just write the name of that in the description. I'm not sure if they still sell that anymore, but that will be in the description for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos. I will see you in the next one. My next video will be the stitched one. So if you're looking forward to that, also let me know in the comments. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.